Guys, we have just received possibly the worst news that any Vanlifer can hear.
So you're saying she's failed her MOT?
Yeah, pretty much.
Our little home on wheels Ellie has failed her MOT, which basically leaves us homeless.
But luckily our spontaneous little minds might just have come up with a solution which we're going to share all with you in this week's video.
After 3 years of calling our little Elddis AutoQuest home, we are unfortunately having to move out, temporarily of course, as she is currently not fit for any adventures and needs some serious TLC. In the meantime, however, we have decided to scratch an itch that has been bugging us for quite a while now. I've always wanted to do a conversion job, kind of on my bucket list, and end up with another big addition to our van life family.
This is throwing a right spanner in the works.
Exciting!
We just done that thing.
If you're new around here and want to see more of our van life adventures, then hit subscribe and join the gang. But for now, let's check back in as we spend some time in our broken little home. So yeah guys, unfortunately Ellie is a little bit under the weather, which basically means we can do everything in her. Like, we can still live in her, we can cook in her, we can work in her like we usually do, but it just means that we can't actually travel in her. We're a little bit stuck, basically. But it has been so long since we're actually last back in her. Obviously we were doing the Speyside Way. That was a couple of weeks ago now. Since then, we've been down to London, done that London show. We then went to Italy, where we toured the Fiamma factory and met up with some other vloggers and stuff. It was such a fun trip. And then before that, we were actually over in America for 6 weeks. So I proper miss her. I feel like the last time I actually lived in Ellie was like February. The last proper trip we did was up Helia, where we were up in Shetland, and that was the very beginning of February actually.
Yeah, it has been wild. It feels like so long, but honestly, in between that, we did have like a massive bucket list adventure, like going on the USA and Canada road trip. Just one of those things that I will never ever forget. It was such a special trip to us, and thank you so much for all your lovely comments and feedback on it. I know we took a little bit of time away from YouTube, or actually putting the content out, but we were filming so much over there, and we were in each place for such a short amount of time that it felt like we would be taking up days of full editing days. So we thought, let's just post it all when we get back, and then we can squeeze in much more adventures whilst we're here. And I'm really glad we did that, and it was just such a good trip. So thank you for all your love and support on it.
In terms of what is next, we don't actually know. We've got some plans which are very exciting on the horizon. I'll get into them later on. But in terms of actual getting Ellie fixed, we just keep hitting dead end after dead end, to be honest. It's almost seeming like, not hopeless, but like very difficult, and I don't know when we're actually going to be able to get her fixed. It's possibly like in the next couple of weeks to a month kind of lead time, unfortunately. At least we still do have a roof over our heads. It is what it is, and we crack on. Now thankfully, actually in amongst all of this chaos that's going on behind the scenes, we do have something that's making our lives a little bit more simple, and that is the sponsor of this week's video, HelloFresh. We just actually got the box delivered just before we actually handed the van over for an MOT and when she failed, and luckily we managed to go and collect the parcel, which means we've got something to eat for dinner. We don't need to worry about getting to the shops. So what are we cooking up tonight then, baby?
And so this week in our HelloFresh box, we've got nice 3 quick easy meals. We have got a fragrant veggie noodle stir fry, a stovetop veggie Nutria mac and cheese, or an Indo-Chinese style chili tofu. I'm craving this, I have to say.
They do all look incredible, but I'm craving
so
that.
good.
That looks amazing.
Very good. So we've got number 22. Comes a little bag. All your little goodies here. It makes it so simple to make, doesn't it? Especially when we're just like, when things are all over the place. It really is a really helpful way to cook and still actually kind of get in your fruit and veg.
And yet another reason why we love HelloFresh so much, and I think it's really useful for you guys as well, is the fact that it's perfect if you're going away on a trip. Like last time we went away, we actually got it delivered to a campsite up north before we then got the ferry across to Shetland, because we knew exactly when it was going to be delivered, so we could let the campsite know. So it's whether you want to get it delivered before you go away on a trip and then pause the subscription whilst you're away on the holiday if it's an extended one, or you can get it delivered to where you're heading to in your camper van. It just basically means that when you arrive at your destination, you don't actually need to worry about going to the shops or what are we going to cook or what we're going to eat in case you arrive late at night.
Yeah, we just love HelloFresh because it gives us such a good variety of different meals that we can cook up in our van. Ideal, and I think it's a really good way to help you to just get your nutrients in and make sure you're just getting like some really good tasty food.
And so whilst Gemma was whipping together the last of our dinner, I thought I would just actually give you the discount code which we have just for you guys. It's a very good one actually this month. I'm excited to share it. You're going to get 60% off your your first box and then 20% off the next 2 months if you use the code HelloH2H. Plus, you'll also get free dessert for life. And the desserts with HelloFresh are actually delicious. I think we usually go for like this chocolate brownie thing, and it is, oh, it is so decadent, it's amazing. And the code is also valid in Ireland as well for all our neighbours across the sea. I think the discounts may vary, but the code and all that will still give you a really good deal if you do want to check it out. But all you need to do to get the discount is use the code HelloH2H or scan this QR code I'll put right here for you. And I highly recommend it for this summer just to discover what recipes you can try out. If you do have any recipes that are your favourite, please let us know in the comments down below. We'll need to try them for next time we go and do it. Okay, some soda stream for you, baby. It's been a while, isn't it? Honestly, look at that. Hide my face so it focuses on it.
Oh. What a portion of that. Alright, don't shut them down too quick because I know you guys need a taste test. Okay. If you're getting a HelloFresh box, get this one. So good. We have a big day tomorrow, so
I know.
we need to fuel up.
We do have a big day, so I guess perfect time to chat about our plans. Like, if you remember, back in November, we spoke about how we didn't know what our plans were. Well, nothing's changed apparently. Gemma still needs to do nursing work. We're into the last few months to do it, so we needed a little bit of a runaround vehicle for what our plans are going to be. And so we thought, let's just actually go and view some cars and vans and see what our plans are.
Yeah.
It was quickly upgraded actually from a car to like, well, if we're going to buy a car, I may as well go and buy a van.
Why not?
Could possibly convert it into a camper van.
One day.
One day. So that's our big news. Tomorrow, we're going van hunting.
It's exciting.
It is very exciting.
It is really exciting. I feel like it's a really like spontaneous decision, but it's not really. We have been talking about it for like the past year maybe, like buying another van. We never really thought that it would happen this soon.
Yeah.
But it just makes sense.
I've always wanted to do a conversion job. It's kind of on my bucket list to like build our own one since we lived in Roxy in Australia, which was another little tiny van. But first things first, we need to go and find that van. And I guess we're going to eat this and we'll see you guys then. Okay. Reminds me of when we went to buy Ellie.
I know.
Actually. Oh, thanks for the lift. We have just popped down to Ayr. My parents have given us a lift down and we're going to go and view a van that's down here. Why are we thinking van?
Okay, so the reason we're thinking van is because it wasn't actually that much more expensive than buying another car. We potentially have some future plans that this might be quite useful for us, so yeah.
I think it's time.
It's time.
We're just down in Ayr because Gemma's cousin works at a kind of car garage here, so we're going to go down and view the van. Hopefully, if all is good, we might be able to drive it away in the next week or so.
Yeah, thanks.
Cute.
This looks cute, doesn't it?
It is tiny. I'm getting flashbacks to our wee Australia van, Roxy the high race. Oh, alright, comfy.
So I'm like, where would you put a bed in there? It's so small.
It is a bit short, isn't it?
This one looks a bit longer actually, doesn't it?
This is a Caddy Maxi.
Oh yeah, that's much longer.
Yeah, do you want to jump in? Oh wow, that is well bigger then. Oh, that's better.
Yeah.
So then the other one we're thinking about is more of a Ford Transit Custom because it's a little bit bigger and you can use the space in the back a little bit more. I don't know, just trying to find a balance. I like the kind of idea of like a small little dinky car. Like I know the one we're just looking at there, the VW, that's the same as Nick and Sam's. They've just built a van. A Transit Custom is obviously a very popular one.
I know, it's that way where you start to go up a little bit in price to look at something else and you're like, well, would that be as well actually just going up a bit more in price and getting something that's like even better? But then you could just keep saying that and before we know it we've got one of those big huge American RV things. Yeah, I don't know, tough decisions. I actually thought I was coming here with like a solid idea on what I wanted. This is throwing a right spanner in the works. See you and your long legs. Oh, now the space difference in this. Just like really liking in here. Oh, like your mum and dad are looking at us like, like what are you doing?
We've gone up a little bit. That's what I said. Exciting.
Have we just done a thing? I feel like we haven't even thought into this, but I think I'm excited.
It is like a big kind of purchase, but I mean, I remember thinking the exact same thing when we bought Ellie. It was very, very nerve-wracking, but look at what it's done for us. So it's only a good thing. You need to take risks sometimes, guys. Alright guys, so this is going to be our accommodation for tonight. Where are we?
We are in Oban and we haven't been here for ages and I'm so buzzing to be here. The sun is shining and tomorrow morning we are heading off on an early morning ferry to one of the islands that has been on my bucket list for a long time. It is not too far from Oban. You can get a ferry direct from Oban to this island.
You're all about the teasers. Do you want to tell them where we're going?
Well, I was going to say guess in the comments, but obviously then we're going to tell you where we're going. But you can feel free to guess in the comments right now. If you pause it, go and guess in the comments, then you can see if you're right. And we are going to Tiree, which I'm really excited about. The weather is just perfect. And we thought, do you know what? Let's just go on an adventure. Let's take our tent, go on a wee public transport adventure and just go and explore Tiree. Apparently it's the Hawaii of the UK. It gets the most sunshine out of the whole of the UK and the weather is good. So we're hoping for some beautiful beaches and just a nice little chilled time away.
Yeah, it's kind of lined up perfectly. We've got a little bit of sunshine and of course we don't have a van just yet. We're actually going to go and pick up our brand new van. We still need to come up with a name for it. Any name suggestions either, guys, let us know in the comments down below. We're going to go and pick her up later on next week. But until then, we're going off on a Tiree adventure. We're actually going to do a full vlog on that. We're not going to put it in this video. So I guess it's a ferry first thing tomorrow morning. And we'll see you guys after that adventure because I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty epic. Here we go. You can do it. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Woohoo! And there she is.
How exciting. It has been a day, guys. We have been behind phones trying to get all the sort of things that you need sorted when you buy a new vehicle. And I'm so ready to just give her a big hug and go, yes, come with me.
She's ours. Woohoo!
How exciting.
That's so exciting.
Wait till we introduce her to Ellie.
Hope she likes her. Okay. Here we go. Oh, 10 miles to fuel empty. Need to go and get diesel. Oh guys, we're so relieved that we actually get to pick this van up. And at least we've got one van with a good MOT on it. We're now just going to head back, get everything that we need out of Ellie. We do have plans over the next couple of days and we were hoping to get this van today because we need some kind of accommodation. I think it's just going to be basically like a kind of rustic camping vibe where we're just going to sling a mattress in the back, pack a camping stove and then just head off. Buzzing. Okay guys, we are getting ready for the next trip. What are we doing? What are we doing? Because this seems very stupid.
We are taking our new little, I was going to say camper for a spin, but she's hardly a camper because she's not actually got a bed or anything in it. But we are going to take her for a spin. We're going to go for a night away in Edinburgh. Tomorrow morning we're going to be cheering on our gals that are running the marathon in Edinburgh and then spend the night in Edinburgh on an airbed in our new little van.
Yeah, I guess we kind of got into the camping mindset from Tiree and we thought we might as well upgrade to like a big metal tent. Mainly because it's a bank holiday weekend and there's a marathon going on in Edinburgh, but we really want to go through and support our friends and spend some time just exploring the city. So we thought we would use our regular parking spot, which is that big car park, but then just sling an air mattress in the back. We've got all the kit. Yep. Really. We've got like camping stove, we've got a Bluetti we can use for power, and we've got an air mattress that we can use for a bed. That's basically a camper van, isn't it?
Got a bottle and a shiwi that we'll possibly have to use to pee in.
Luxury. We're moving on up, baby.
Maybe we can use those body wipes for a shower in the morning.
Yeah, it's an adventure.
It sure is. Life is an adventure. Do you remember?
Yeah, that door's still open. Come on, Gemma.
We did this in Roxy in Australia. We actually drove for about 20 kilometres with the door open before we realised.
And I lost a pair of flip-flops.
I know.
Come on, mate, you need to wake up.
Just don't know why you did that. So we are about to head through to Edinburgh. We're just going to go and pick up our friend Becca. She's going to come with us because we have 3 seats now. We can actually offer people a lift.
Okay, this is Becca's house. She'll turn the flashy lights on so she doesn't miss her van.
Yeah, we have
Hello! How you doing? Do you like our new van?
I'd love it. It's great. We don't have a name yet.
I know we do. Guys, what should we name her? It's a bit early days, but we do need to give her a name.
I feel like you need to ride her a bit and see how she feels.
True, that's very true. Before long, we were right in the heart of the capital and getting ready to support our friends Parbinder and Kirsty with our first ever marathon. Despite the weather, the atmosphere at the event was absolutely electric, and watching all of these incredibly inspiring runners got us both very excited for our own half marathon that we would be competing in this July. Okay, Guys, that was honestly just so inspiring. How good was that?
They did absolutely incredible, they smashed it. And it was so much fun kind of running around being little like supporters all day. We are muddy and wet and doesn't really, I mean we're always unprepared aren't we, but we didn't really prepare for that. So yeah, if you see us wandering about over the next couple of days with like really muddy jeans and really muddy shoes, that's why, because it's the only ones that I have.
Look at the colour of my shoes! Oh, they were white. Okay. Well, this is cosy. Now time to get this place looking a bit more like a camper van, a bit less just like a storage van. So first things first, get a bit of light in here. We've got our Bluetti. There be light. Ta-da! Much better. Now time for the airbed. Right, do you want to chuck that in the front as well? Right, I was planning on standing in here and pumping up the bed, but my back is actually killing me already just from bending over like this. Oh my god! Alright, that is actually a lot bigger than what I was expecting. It's the same size as a van.
I know.
Fair enough, it's gonna be a comfortable night's sleep. It's bigger than Ellie's bed. So you don't see in a car park every day.
I know.
How cosy is that? Go. Alright, and for once, I think we can actually legitimately say that we're stealth camping, because from the outside it just looks like a panel van. So this is fantastic. We just found out, oh, there we go, lights off. Turn the lights back on for that. We just found like this random car park kind of down beside a pub, and there was like a couple of other kind of work looking vans parked around, and we thought we may as well just bunk here for the night. There's a Pure Gym just down the road that we can use for a toilet in the morning. And yeah, it's not the most scenic place. I was hoping to try and find somewhere a little bit more scenic, but instead we're just going to drive to somewhere to explore tomorrow morning. Mainly until we can sort out the toilet situ. The main priority is just being nearby somewhere that we can use as a toilet, which is where our Pure Gym membership comes in. But we are looking super cozy. We actually also found this spare duvet we're going to throw over the top of us as well. Yeah, I think it's going to be a proper snug little night's sleep. Hopefully we can report in the morning that we're not heading to Knox or anything like that, but until then we'll see you in the morning. Good morning, gang. It was an interesting night last night, but I did actually have a good sleep. There's just a lot of improvements that I guess we need to actually make to Ellie, because it was freezing. Nice hot coffee is definitely what I need right now. But in terms of actually sleeping, like we didn't have any problems. There was no like noise here at all. It was basically so quiet. It was literally just because we were using an airbed onto a metal surface on the floor. It was as if we were sleeping on bare metal. So I think next time we would actually put the duvet that we had on top of us underneath, like between the airbed and the sheet, and then that should just give us a little bit more of a topping, so it should like keep the kind of cold off of us a little bit more. But to be honest, first night in our new van, pretty successful.
That is what I was expecting from the vans.
Washing machine central.
A lot of fun. Wow.
So we were going to come here last night, but it was just too late because they shut the barrier at 10 and we faffed about and got dinner and stuff, so let's go and check out the cafe and see what they do.
Miss Ellie, but also kind of like that don't need to park a big washing machine.
It's much nicer driving this tiny van around this area.
Get into all the car parking spaces.
Yeah. It's funny, coming back to here, I just always forget how big they actually are. Like, they're so impressive. They must be about 50, 60 feet tall. It's basically just these two giant horse heads that sit on the edge of a canal that kind of runs through the area.
They even light up at night, so if you come here in the evening, they'll be lit up in different colours, and it's really, really pretty, isn't it?
Yeah. What were you doing?
Oh, it started raining. I was like, do you think I need my jacket? Campbell's like, nah.
Right, what's the story of the Kelpies then?
So,
tell us a tale.
The Kelpies are actually a Scottish mythological creature that is believed to haunt the waters around the canals, which is why they are here. Tell me more.
And they usually take the shape of horses.
And they usually take the shape of horses. How many times have I been here? I still can't really remember that story.
Oh, and every time I come here as well, there's just so many like cute little canal boats, and we always just say, oh, should we just get a canal boat? I would love to. One day we do need to actually rent one day and try out some canal life, but yeah. Kelpies, fantastic place if you're passing through Scotland to come and stop off in your motorhome.
Home sweet home. Ellie.
Oh, Ellie, I do miss you. It is nice to be back though. We may not be able to drive her anywhere, but we can still come and just spend time in our house.
Yeah, cook dinner. Still do all the things that you can do in a house just without moving it.
I know.
Which is okay.
So what is actually happening? What's the DL?
I wish I could tell you, but we don't know. Everything is still so up in the air. We've had so many phone calls, so many leads, so many steps where we think we're getting somewhere and then they fall back and then we fall forward again, and we're just honestly so up in the air. I find it kind of funny that we said last week when we were in Tiree, we hope we'll have some answers for you, and yeah, sadly we don't. Hopefully soon we will. I know we can keep saying that, but we're moving forward in little steps, so hopefully we'll get there and we'll be back out on adventures in Ellie very, very soon.
Yeah, I did actually just have a good phone call today, leading towards us being able to do the MOT, but they said it would possibly take a couple of weeks before we can actually get that done. However, we do have our microvan. Yay! So let us know name suggestions down at the bottom, because we can't keep going in adventures in her without giving her a name. And I think next week's video is going to go one of two ways. We're either going to go off on another Scotland adventure, or we're going to go and do what the other thing that we're hoping to do, which is also very exciting, and we should be able to share a bit more about that in the next video. But yeah, until then guys, this is just how chaotic Highlands to Hammocks life is.
But it's okay, it's an adventure.
I know. But we do have big plans, and we hope that you have enjoyed this video of just, I guess, a kind of week in our lives, behind the scenes, with everything that's going on, our chaotic adventure. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It lets us know we're doing the right thing. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Who knows where we'll be. See ya!